What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Not Related podcast.
Was Gucci.
This is your co-host, Alexandria, and your co-host, Nicholas.
They call me Pee-Pee. Pee-Pee Poo-Poo.
Hey, Nick, do you ever go by Nicholas anymore?
No.
No? Like, never?
I mean, it's not that I don't go by it. It's just nobody calls me Nicholas. And I don't really, I'm not promoting Nicholas anywhere. I'm always like, just call me Nick.
You're like, it's me, Nick Smithy.
Yeah, so. Most people think my name is Me Nick.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, I've had some people.
No, you're lying.
Not like my real followers, but like when I get new people, they'll be like, yo, Me Nick Smithy. Or they'll say Smith.
Oh.
They all think I added the Y as a joke. I get sponsors. I just had one this last week that sent me a contract, and they wrote down my name is Nick Smith. And I'm like, it's not Smith. It's not even Smithy. It's Smithy, man.
It's not even Smithy. Yeah.
Like,
that's so funny. But I like how you maneuvered that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that last name is sucky to have. So
I don't mind it.
no, I'm glad that I no longer have that last name.
I like it because it's so different.
No, I never liked it. Like, I don't like writing down Smithyman because then
Yeah, it's not
everyone's
fun to
like,
write
how do
down.
you pronounce that? Is it Smithyman? Is
Yeah.
it Smith Wyman? Is
Yeah,
it?
people are weird with that junk.
I'm like, okay, just stop. So anyway. But, okay, cool. Well, we're glad you guys are listening to us. This is our third episode. So
Number 3.
And so if you stuck around this long, you're basically the GOAT. Like
You're the GOAT,
The
for real.
GOAT. Like the actual GOAT.
Because we're really not that cool.
We are so not that cool.
And we're not related.
We're not related. Not related at all. Okay. So, first of all, let's see what we got this week. So, first thing to talk about this week is brand new situation that's been happening literally in the last 48 hours is the stock situation.
Okay, let's begin.
So, first of all, Nick, I have no idea about your financial situation or whatever you do, but
I actually, yesterday, Avery's brother got me hooked. I'm now going to start investing. I have not.
Really?
I actually have not.
I'm
I
proud.
know I should be investing. And,
Yeah,
I made
you
a lot,
should.
especially my first year when I
Crap,
made all that
Nick.
money.
yeah.
I really
I've been
should've
telling you to
invested.
invest for years. You
Because, I mean, my taxes were through the roof, too, and that junk sucked. Anyways, I really should be investing. And, I know that it's a good thing to do. And I guess I just kind of been, lazy with it or whatever and, didn't want to put in time. But now, I was up for, an hour plus last night.
Yeah,
researching, how to properly do it. Because, if I'm going to do it, I want to do it right. You know what I mean?
There's so much to learn about it, and
Especially if I'm putting my money into something. Bro, if I'm putting my dollar into
Nick's like,
something,
if I'm investing for someone
Yeah.
else, it's like, okay, I care, but
yeah,
not really.
I don't really care. But dude, I was watching some I might even start to do some of these penny stock ones. And I know some people are like, nah, that's stupid. That junk doesn't work and whatnot. But I think if you do it the right way, you can really make a lot of money. I know
Yeah.
I know somebody who just put 11 grand the other day into Dogecoin or whatever. Junk was a cent, and now it's
Yeah.
7 or 8 cents, and it's people don't even realize that is so much. They just spent 11.
It's
sorry. They bought
0.07
11,000
cents.
shares, so they spent literally $1,100, and have already made 8 times the amount.
Wait, in Dogecoin?
Yeah.
So, yeah, if they...
So now they've already made $8 grand.
So, well, okay, here's the... Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're saying.
I mean,
so
frick, dude.
Here's the thing, though,
Frick,
Nick.
dude.
Here's the problem with
Okay,
that. So the Dogecoin right now is... I think when I checked it this morning, it was 0.05. But typically, last night, I saw it go up
It
to...
was 0.8.
0.08.
Yeah. Sorry,
0.08.
0.08.
Yeah, that makes it...
No, but I'm just
huge
saying, it
difference.
went from 1 cent to 8 cents. Right?
Okay, so first of all, I hate Robinhood, so let's talk about that for a second.
Bro.
And you know what's so annoying
Yeah.
is that I have thousands of dollars in Robinhood.
Okay,
and
let's
I'm
see.
really upset about this whole thing because
Okay, Doge. Oh, it went down. Yeah, it's at 0.04.
so right now once it hits $1, which is obviously is way in the future if it ever does. Once it hits $1 cuz it's not even there yet. So it's once it hits $1 though, holy moly. If you put in $1,000 now,
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
you're going to literally make
Make 100 grand.
a bajillion dollars.
Maybe not that one.
Clearly,
But you
I'm
make
really good at
100,000
this.
probably.
Oh, crap. You can't buy any now because you got to wait for it to pop up.
Oh, I gotta wait for my application to get approved.
Okay.
I just signed up yesterday.
Okay, so here's the problem.
'Cause I'm
Dang,
gonna
you
start
should have used my
investing,
referral
bro.
link, bro. I would have gotten a free stock.
I
So-
used Avery's brothers. He was the one who did
fine.
me on that.
Basically, a few days ago, I've been watching this because, we use TikTok, and, sometimes I go on Reddit, but basically the Reddit the Reddit people, this subreddit called
Yeah, that
Wall
whole
Street Bets,
Yeah, I saw
decided
this whole
this
thing.
guy was like, hey, let's all put in all our money into AMC stock, which like AMC stock, I think was at $15. Correct me if I'm wrong, people, but now this morning it was at like $360 or something like that per share. So like this is insane because like that's so much money.
That is so much money.
And so I even bought some this morning. And here's the problem: 2 days ago, I was trying to buy AMC stock, and I even posted a TikTok video showing everyone that Robinhood was canceling my order. So I would put my order in, and it would say, you canceled it, but I didn't cancel it. It was them canceling it for me. So then I started wondering, is it just my Robinhood messing up, or is it everyone's? Then
I saw Dave,
then I go online, and like literally 2 hours later, all I'm seeing on my TikTok For You page, all I'm seeing on Instagram is
Stock Talk, bro. It
Well,
was just
stock
stock talk everywhere. I couldn't get past it. I'm like, I don't even watch stocks. I don't care about stocks.
Yeah.
I mean, now I'm gonna start caring because I'm about to be the best investor in the world. Watch
it happen.
Be $1 million investor.
Hey Nick, now that you're investing, I have a lot of stuff I want to show you.
I
Because
bet.
I'm down with it.
Bet.
Do you have a Roth IRA? We're about to get you one. We're about to do a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah. I would.
You gotta invest for your retirement, bro.
My tax guy told me to get that for my job.
All right, guys, you're listening here first. In a few months, Nick's gonna have everything he's supposed to have. He's gonna have a
my
Roth
tax
IRA.
professional has told me to do this like 30 times now, and I'm like, yeah, bet, bro. I'm doing this tonight. And then like I go play video games.
3 years later,
or something.
3 years later, Nick's
I'm like, no, you don't
"Aw."
understand. I had to get a dub on Warzone, so like
I feel that.
I didn't really have time.
Nick, I
you
got
you don't get it. See, I'm investing into my video game future while you're investing into your financial future.
Into our actual future. God, what I'm an idiot.
You
I
guys
should
are
just be
stupid,
investing
man.
in Call of Duty.
Come on now. Don't be the teacher around here.
But anyway, so basically, I was noticing that anytime this subreddit was saying, what to do, the whole stock market was changed. So essentially, the whole entire stock market was changed all the way to Wall Street, and then they start freaking out, and all these hedge funds, everyone starts freaking out, and now Robinhood, there's a whole lot of, I wouldn't even say the word conspiracy theory because it's kind of just a fact. But basically, Robinhood and the people that invest in Robinhood are a part of Wall Street or in the hedge funds. So they're getting scared because some people, I was told, actually lost billions of dollars because of this one subreddit. Billions. So the problem is, a lot of people, ordinary, I put ordinary in quotations because, it doesn't matter.
Think, bro, most of these billionaires, this is how they make their money too. So I think they're pissed because regular people decided they were going to do it this way.
That's the problem, Nick, is that...
It's because the regular people like us were just like, oh, frick, we can do this too. And then everybody's like, no, you can't do that. Only us rich people, us rich top of the line people. So I think that's the real problem here is Robinhood figured out like, frick, if everybody figures this out, everybody's going to be trying to get rich and screwing each other. And
that's exactly what happened, Nick.
But that's illegal. Like, you can't just decide for somebody like, oh, they can't be rich.
Right. That's why Robinhood is having tons of class lawsuits against them right now. And honestly, I am all for it because I was even not that I was, betting thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars even at all. I typically just do like a few $100s in stocks, like, every few days or whatever. But literally, I was really upset because even I was trying to, buy some stocks that I knew were going to go up, and that's the whole reason I was doing it, and it just kept canceling on me. And I was like, what the heck is going on?
That's not getting right, bro.
No, it's not right because Robinhood knows exactly what they were doing. The people of Robinhood know exactly what they were doing, and they were being sketchy. They were going for it. They were protecting the rich people, and they weren't helping the quote unquote ordinary people like us who are just trying to like make some extra money. You know what I mean? And it's
sheesh. That's probably why I'm gonna probably start doing like penny stocks. Just like get used to it. I'm gonna like try out some things and like just waste like a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Because I want to kind of get my foot in the door and realize like, oh frick, don't do that again. Don't do this. So I'm gonna probably waste like $100 or so like just on like doing some stupid little things, testing some stuff out, and then I'm gonna try to take it. Because a lot of the stuff I was reading too, people were saying they're like, look, unless you're gonna be a day trader and like put all your time into that, like it really is super hard to like, because you got to keep up with everything.
Or just do long like so.
Or I could call up my bank and just like get an account with them and do like one of those like you're saying.
So
like
I do
a
both.
thing.
I do both. But what I'm gonna tell you is even on Robinhood, with the investing on Robinhood, if you keep it in for at least 12 months, like at least a year, you don't have to pay you don't pay short-term gains on it. You pay long-term. So long-term capital gains are like regularly, if it's short-term, you pay like 35%, I believe, in taxes. If you keep it in for a year or longer,
no.
Nick, you only pay, with our tax bracket, probably 15%. So it's not anywhere near. So what I was trying to tell a lot of people is they don't realize this. They're cashing out their stocks the next day. And I'm like, but you have to pay 35% in taxes.
If you made $100,000, then you really made like 65.
Yeah, and this is the problem, is a lot of people don't know that.
I'll still take 65K.
Oh yeah, no. In some cases, it's still completely worth it. But what I'm trying to say is,
well, yeah, if you're up in the millions and stuff, definitely still worth, like for sure worth it. Like cash it while you have it.
Yeah, no, for sure. But what I'm trying to say is like, basically long term, if you can keep in even in Robinhood for long term, it'll help you out with taxes, because like I have some long term investments in there, like, you know, a lot of, like, I'm not an investment professional by any means. I just do it for like extra cash, but like Tesla, Apple, and like those types of things, I'm keeping forever. My Tesla stock, I bought in Tesla when it was $400 something. Now it's like almost $900. I've made $1,000 on Tesla, and I just bought that in September, I believe.
$900 to buy
maybe
one
August
stock right now.
Right now, it's almost 900. I want to say it's like 800 something for a Tesla stock right now.
Dude, imagine the people that got in at the beginning.
Yeah, and actually, no, I lied. I just had a notification this morning saying that Tesla hit 1,000. So I made even more than that. So what I'm trying to say is,
but like you can cash it out though, like whenever you want.
Right now, Nick, I could cash it out now. But I do everything on Robinhood for long term. Or like, just I personally do that. Although if there's a situation where I should cash out right then and there, and you know, like I know I'm gonna make even more than the 35%, I'll just do it anyway.
So I'm sure the viewers are curious. So like, how much have you put in to like different things, and how much have you made currently?
Okay, so altogether, my Robinhood as of today, since you're asking, I would never just like come out and say this stuff, but since you're asking, my Robinhood,
know.
So my Robinhood today is, I checked this morning, it was like 13,200 or 300 or something like that.
That's how much you've made.
So no.
That's what you have total.
That's how much I have in all my investments.
Okay.
But how much I've made. So I just started doing this. I only did like maybe 2 stocks last March. So it's been like not even a full year. Okay. And then I started actually buying more and more stocks come like September, October. So it's been like a few months. And I have all that in like, that's my whole portfolio is like 13,000 something. But I've only made like a profit. It goes up and down, but like anywhere from like $3 to $4 grand. So it goes up and down.
So you put in like about 9 to 10 grand.
Yeah, and that's that's how much.
That's not bad though. I mean, but like when you think about it, like if you weren't
going to
use
bad
the
at
money,
all because
like you just made money off of just doing nothing other than just.
But I personally haven't done any like, you know, cashing out that week or whatever, or that day. Although you can make money that way, but like I said, I just don't feel like dealing with that with the taxes and stuff. But sometimes it's worth it. But I personally, almost all my investments are for long term. Like most of them. Yeah. So with that being said, I won't even get this money for at least like minimum a year. So for example, I opened up my Robinhood account like about a year ago, and then I made a stock, Penn National Gaming, the end of March. My friend Jared was like, "Hey Alex," we were like chilling at a hotel. My friend Jared was like, "Yo Alex, like get in on this stock." Like I just did that, and I was kind of like, okay, like I just like listened to him and was just like, screw it, whatever. Yeah. I put in $100. That's it. It's made $1,000 already.
Hey,
I put in 100 and it went skyrocketed. He was right. It skyrocketed like 2 or 3 months later. And I think he even told me he's like basically paying for his wedding with it now. Like it's crazy. Like he put in $1,000.
Oh, so he made like 10 grand then.
Yeah, at least.
Sheesh.
He put in a lot. So he really helped me because I listened to him.
Well, that's what sketches me out there because I feel like I'm gambling and
you are. You are gambling.
But at the same time, it's like good for the economy. It's not. It's like useful
cool.
Gambling in a way.
It's fun
and
though.
It's also good for the economy too. Mm-hmm. Like it's not like actual gambling where like you're gonna lose.
You're going to the casino and you're drunk and you're like, I'm gonna spend 10 grand and I'm like, I have never done that.
Buying lottery tickets.
I have never I've actually never even been to a casino. Maybe I'm just a loser, but I've actually never even been to a casino.
I only have on like cruises and stuff. Or
cruise?
like with Avery's parents, we went to like the dog track one before, but like I guess
Yeah.
they shut that down.
I would
or
totally
whatever.
go to one and just spend like, you know, small amounts of money, like $100 or something. I wouldn't go there and
I
spend
go
like
in
10
with,
grand.
with the sorry, I had to burp. I go in with the mindset of just like I'm treating it like an arcade. Like I just play like the slots machines and stuff.
Like for fun.
Yeah. So like if you go in with the mentality that you're not getting anything back, it
could
feels
be
a lot
fun,
better.
yeah.
It feels a lot better.
better.
Because like this one time on the cruise, dude, we put in like $20. I made $450 off a slot machine.
Off of $20?
Yes, and
You're lucky as hell.
I was sitting there, I was like, yo, and then it took me about 20 minutes to blow it all. I was like, why did I just cash it? Oh, I was on this one, like, it was like the winner's howl or whatever. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a casino or like the slot machine ones or whatever, but I hit that joker and I was like, just like bonus, 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 and I was just like looking at the cool number, like the flashing lights. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then Avery's like, my God, and it's like ding, 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 and then just like mad money, and I'm like, oh shoot. So I'm like, all right, bet, let's go make some more. And then yeah, that was pretty depressing. I could have just kept like 4.
Nick, that's awesome. But yeah, so basically, I like that you're starting to invest, and we'll talk after
Bro,
this because I've got
definitely.
so much I want to like.
I'm about to put $100,000.
Nick, shut up. Nick's like, right now, when we get off, putting in all my life savings into AMC.
No, into not related podcasts.
Oh, hey, we got to get a better setup.
Oh, shoot.
I'm not putting in any more money into not related podcasts. Sorry. Nick.
Okay, but how do you even get stocks for your business? Is it like you make a business and it already has stocks? Because like I have a business. Does my business have stocks somewhere in the market? Like you guys want to get? You guys want to start going?
Actually, it's a really good question. You're talking about
yeah,
we're
like how would you
we're
get
personal?
Yeah,
I think Nick, it's like a long process, and it's got to be like I believe. I don't know anything, but I think I want to say like you have to have like a company. It's got to be like a company, and you got to have like you got to have like people. I think you got to have a board. I think you got to have investors. Like it's like all of that kind of stuff.
Gross.
You know what I mean?
Gross.
I could be wrong, but that's just I don't know. That's just what
I was about to
imagine.
say, yo, hey, Nicholas from the Manila LLC, baby.
I am totally buying 100 shares right now.
Everybody go buy shares.
Only $1 a share. I'm only putting in $100.
Hey, bet.
$100.
Hey, don't take me out of business though. Hey.
But yeah, so the stock situation was absolutely unreal this week. It was really cool for me to see, you know, as an ordinary person. It was really cool for me to be able to see.
You didn't even get in on. So you didn't get in on any of that.
Oh, you mean like this week with like all the stocks?
Yeah, like you weren't able to like get in on any of it, or because I know they took it off. So my question is, anybody who put in money into AMC, GameStop, those kind of things, does that mean that they just lost all their money that they put in?
Okay, good
like,
question.
How does that?
No, so this
or it's
morning
just nobody else can buy now.
I saw Robinhood this morning was allowing you to trade again on there. So I bought GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry, and
So now you can. So they opened it up
today
probably because
or
of
last
all the
night or
lawsuits
something.
that they probably got.
But there's still limits on everything, and they're acting sketch. Like Robinhood is sketch now, and now I am it's very hard for me to support them right now because and what the problem with me is I already, like I just said, I already have thousands of dollars in there.
Yo, Robinhood's living up to their name.
No, well, what sucks is their name is supposed to be
being
taking
thieves.
from the rich.
And
for the poor, and they're taking from the poor for the rich.
Well, they're literally being
doing
what
the opposite.
Robinhood was before he became a good person. Yeah, because remember he was the person that was just stealing to steal, and then he was stealing from the rich to give to the poor. Remember?
Oh yeah.
So they're literally being a OG.
Dude.
They're the OG Robinhood. Right
Dude,
now.
Robinhood.
They're not the
you.
modern day.
We need the real Robinhood. But
The Robinhood after he became good. What she's trying to say.
Yeah, but I was really upset about that. So it really upset me, and I bought some stocks this morning, but I definitely would have made more money if I kept it in, got it in a couple of days ago. But people lost so much money on this because they bet so much, and then the Robinhood shut them down. So it was really
that really sucks, especially
really
for
messed
people
up.
who realize like, holy frick, gotta get in on this now because it's rising fast. I know myself, bro. I honestly probably would have put in at least like 2,000-3,000. Like seeing at how fast that was going, I probably like if I could have had my account approved, which it's taking way too freaking long. Anyways,
Does it take long? I can't remember
I
because
don't
I
know.
made my thing like
I
a
signed
year
up
ago.
yesterday. I heard it can take up to like a few business days, like up to like 5
yeah.
business days. I figured it would have been accepted pretty quick, but
Well,
I mean,
long
sheesh,
story short,
Robin Hood, do you not know who I am? Do you not know that you're dealing with a TikTok star?
it's me, Nick Smithy.
Oh my god!
How dare you?
Jeez,
How dare you? Yeah, Nick literally was gonna put in at least $3,000.
At least $3,000. My gosh, you know all these bands that I have? Oh my god.
Yeah, Nick is like high key rich, and he literally would have.
No, I'm not.
I'm
Not
kidding.
rich. I can be though if you guys buy my stock, baby. Make a listen to the
If you
vanilla-
listen
No,
to
I'm
our
just kidding. I
podcast,
don't
we're gonna be
have
rich
stock.
if you listen to our podcast.
Yes.
So stay listening. I'm just
Stay
kidding.
listening.
I'm just
Stay
kidding.
watching on YouTube.
I'm just
Maybe we
kidding.
can get some AdSense.
You can
one
get some
day.
ads
One
going.
day.
But yeah, so that was crazy, really crazy and insane. I hate what happened though but I also love what happened because in a way it's showing just how much that when people band together, when ordinary people decide to
Bro,
band together, gamers,
look,
people that use
Look,
Reddit.
I've been saying this. Okay,
TikTok.
but that's like patriotism in a different form. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Well, we're basically saying we can control the stocks too, so you guys can sit down,
Yes.
not
It's like
just billionaires.
It's like protesting. We all have the right to do that. This is like protesting in a different
And
way.
the billionaires did not like it at all, man. They
Well,
were
of
they were
course not.
pissed. And you know what? I get that, but at the same time, I'm like, well, maybe things are changing now. Maybe you need to get with the program. Maybe like, and you know what I keep thinking is I keep thinking of those really old people that go, oh my gosh, social media is so pointless. All those kids on social media, such a kid thing. And I keep thinking, I'm like, oh, it's so pointless that it literally shut you down and made you lose billions of dollars.
Yeah, people don't realize like the power of social media. Like
They really don't.
When people actually band together and like, you know, unite for something, like
It's
the
life-changing.
power that it can actually have. I just can't believe though that Robin Hood decided to take it upon themselves to just do that. Like you
So
can't
annoying.
make that decision. That's actually illegal. Like what the heck? Who crowned you just because you're the owner of the app? It doesn't mean that you own the stock
My
market.
friend Greg sent me a SEC complaint thing where I guess you can like actually complain if you tried to buy the stocks and they didn't let you go through. I did. I screenshotted everything.
Sheesh.
I had at least 5 or 6 stocks that I was trying to buy that they would not let me get, or 5 or 6.
Yeah, see, that's
and
not
so
right.
I was like, no. So I
you know,
screenshot.
dude, they're
Make
just
sure you
pissed,
screenshot
but-
everything. By the way, if you're watching this and you had something happen and you did that, screenshot everything. That way, if there is a lawsuit, you have proof that you are involved. So that's all I'm saying. But I filed an SEC complaint or whatever. So there's like a form you can fill out for that online. But it's really insane. But it is what it is. It is what it is, but now I think we're going to see a lot of differences in the stock market going forward because
For
now all
sure.
these
They're probably gonna make more. Here's what I think is gonna happen. What they're gonna do is they're gonna start allowing people to buy again and all that. But there's gonna be a ridiculous amount of rules that are gonna go on for different things once they start to see them blow up because they're like, we can't let everybody be rich. Not everybody can be rich.
well,
so.
it'll never be that way. No, not everybody will never be rich.
Well,
just because
well, exactly. But their thing is they don't want as many people to have
For
because
sure.
with money comes
they
power.
want to be rich.
So,
That's the thing.
yeah.
They want to be rich, and maybe times are a changing. You know,
Maybe it's time for me to be rich.
maybe
You
I
guys can
just want to be
PayPal
rich.
me right now. NickSmithyman17 at yahoo.com, baby. Send me $100 to the PayPal.
Well, if we're shouting out PayPal. So
All right.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, Phil, that actually is my PayPal. Yeah, you hit me up. No,
I just have an OnlyFans. You guys can check that out. Anyway,
I had a TikTok.
so okay, next situation. Andreas and Tony Lopez.
Frick, yes, let's go.
Frick, yes. Let's talk about this. Okay, so if you guys listened to our first or second episode, I can't remember which one, we talked about Tony Lopez being a pedophile.
I just laugh because these guys can't stay
They
out.
literally
They
can't
stay
help- they
away
can't
from
help
children.
themselves.
What is their issue, bro?
They can't help themselves.
Like,
And
I
it's
feel like they
actually
just
not
see kids
funny.
and they're just like,
I want
yes.
to say we're laughing, but it's like actually not funny, and it's not a
No,
funny
it's funny to
situation.
me. It's
No,
funny
it's
to me because
really
here's
messed
why.
up.
Yes,
Okay.
because it's so messed up, and I like dark humor, okay? And this is the grit of, like, just a disgusting piece of garbage. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just, like...
He's disgusting. They're both disgusting. I want
it's
nothing
pretty
to do
gross.
with either
Like,
of them.
it
at
is
any
gross. That, like, the grossness isn't funny. It's just a fact, like...
both of y'all? Like, come on.
This is the problem. So Andreas, I guess, was dating that really cute, video creator named Hannah Stocking. I'd seen her for years. Cause
Wait,
wasn't
they
she
were dating?
Yeah, and he cheated on her with a 14-year-old.
Yo! Wait. I saw them together. I thought she was married to somebody, and he was just, like, making a couple videos with her. I thought she was married.
No, Nick, they are dating. They were, like, legitimately dating. Not anymore. They just broke up. They were legitimately dating. Yeah. And he apparently cheated on her with a 14-year-old.
Yo,
and,
chill.
I mean, this whole story is wild, but it's just so upsetting because
How old is
like,
he? How old is he, though? Like 25, 26?
Andreas?
Because his brother's what? 21 or 22?
I have no idea, honestly. I just know he's of age.
Well, yeah.
I think he's older.
He's older than Tony.
Older than Tony.
How old is Tony?
He was 21, right? Or 22?
Okay.
Right? I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is that is disgusting. And
gross.
Andreas is disgusting. And it's really gross because we just had this conversation about his brother. And we were like, wow, thank God Andreas isn't a pedophile. And like 2 weeks later, Andreas is like, hey, by the way, actually, I am a pedophile. So.
Dude, and now their other brother has got, like, bro, I would hate to be the other brother because at this point, if he's ever even slightly, like, flirted with somebody or, like, it seems like there could be anything with an underage girl, like, bro, people are going to be coming for his neck so fast. People are going to be looking now for it. Like, that's what sucks. Like, I would hate to be the other brother because, like, people are just going to make up stuff just to make him fall into it.
Hopefully he's smart enough to have seen the consequences of both of his other brother's actions. I cannot believe this. Like, this is actually really upsetting, and I'm like, what is going down in their family childhood, though? This is how I think.
That actually might be true. That part might be sad.
Like, what is going down? Well, not just that, but I'm saying, like, how were they raised to both be going after little girls when they're grown adults?
What's crazy to me
that's what I'm wondering.
Is, like, both of their careers started off, like, so innocent. They were, like, the
Dancers,
most innocent people online. And I knew something was weird because I was going, these guys are in their 20s. They're hanging out with a bunch of teen TikTokers.
I thought
now they're
thing.
living with teen TikTokers. I kept thinking, there's no way these two are that perfect. Because, like, they were coming across on social media, like, they were, like, these perfect brothers that just danced and, like, so, like, unproblematic and everything. And you'd see them at events, and, like, all their fans are, like, 8 years old. Literally, like, 8-year-old little kids.
God.
And every time I saw them, like, they'd be trying to do one of those, like, cool, like, yo, check out my fans, like, when they're on stage at, like, a TikTok event or something, and there'd be, like, fans out in the audience or whatever. I didn't see anybody that wouldn't be at a JoJo Siwa concert. Like, I mean, it was all little children. I was like, oh, frick. So, I mean, it's not like this. It's surprising that this kind of stuff is happening when literally all your fans are that young. But at the same time, like, I don't know. It was just, I thought it was all weird from the get-go because I was like, dude, these guys are already hanging out with TikTokers that are really young. Like, and that's their friends.
So sketch, dude. Like, it's disgusting.
Like, that's their only friends?
Like, why are you only hanging out with 12-year-olds?
Dude, there's more TikTokers that dance that are over 20, like,
right?
or
Yeah.
over 18. Like, why aren't
well,
you?
I guess like all the hype house or whatever, like everybody unfollowed both of the Lopez brothers and everything. And besides, I think his name is Xavier, like the third brother. He's the only one left. So you guys, he's the only one left that isn't a pedophile.
He's the Frankie Jonas.
But I do want to know, he's the Frankie Jonas. But I do want to know, like,
brothers.
what happened to, like, in their childhood for them to both have the same, you know what I'm saying? So this is a whole nother topic,
okay,
but
here's
this is
what
how
I
I think is like, okay, if two brothers have the exact same issue, something is definitely going on behind closed doors that we don't know about. And I'm definitely not giving them excuse. There is no excuse for this type of action. I don't care. But there's definitely something going on in their childhood to have both. Like, that's not a coincidence. You know what I mean?
Or hear me out. Maybe they didn't have a bad childhood, and this could be a result of the fact that their fans are all really young. So the only people they're getting attention from, the only people they're getting attention from is little kids. Like, honestly,
gross.
Like, they're not getting, like, it'd be different if, like, their fans were, like, all older and whatnot. But let's be real, bro. You guys are doing some TikTok dances.
you're doing a couple TikTok dances. Like, nobody over the age of 18 gives a freak about TikTok dances. Generally speaking,
True,
like,
so true.
I mean,
we do it like as a joke, like
yeah, we
like
would do it as
whatever.
like a joke, or
it's
just
not
like
serious.
or it's like a quick like. This is just a quick for fun thing.
And
just
and
one
I'm
time.
gonna be honest, they're actually really good dancers.
Yeah,
and
they're
that's-
not bad.
But that's the problem is that, you know, they had a platform and they used it
But
to
it was built
get
by children. It's built by children. So, in turn, all their DMs are going to be filled with 10-year-olds to, like, 16-year-olds that are like, oh, hey. And you know how TikTok is. Freaking, I swear, kids these days are getting older and older in mindset, like, every year. Like, I be seeing
They look
12-year-old
older,
girls.
too.
I know. I'm like, bro, poor my son, bro. I'm going to have to, like, keep that kid on a leash from not
keep
catching
your
a case
son
because,
on a leash.
like, dude, it gets hard. Like, I've seen girls that are, like, 13 that if you would have asked me, I would have been like, 19, 20? And then when they'd be like, I'm 13, it's like, freaking jeez. Bro, you can't assume anybody's age these days because makeup and all this stuff, like, dude, girls can really make themselves look like ridiculous. Now, obviously, these girls, I don't even know what these girls look like that they had,
I don't know. I don't think I don't even know who the girl was that
But
he
regardless,
cheated.
bro, like, when you're at that, what I don't understand, okay, I'm not at their level, like, they're at, like, the 20 million level, right? I'm at the almost 3 million level, okay? So they're, like, 10 times the amount that I've got, okay? I don't understand why they are not taking so much precaution, especially Andreas, after your brother just got exposed, like, for all that junk. Dude, if I was
That's
him,
my point.
I'd
Something
be
else
taking
is going on.
extra precaution. Anytime that I'm talking to a girl,
That's
even
like a
just
family
hello, I'd
curse
be
or
like, How
something?
old are you? They'd be
This is like a generational curse, though, Nick. I'm
Yeah,
like, you guys need to
maybe.
rebuke that, or you guys need to do some self-help, self-work.
They're-
I'm not kidding. Like, this is like serious. Like, I'm like, that's disgusting. And the fact that it's both of them
Yeah, I just can't wrap my mind.
is really unbelievable
No, you know
to
what
me.
this screams? It just screams two horny dudes that just like can't. Like they just can't. They just can't. Like,
and they
bro,
shouldn't have ever been given a platform. And sometimes you don't know who shouldn't have been given a platform until they already do.
What's crazy to
That's
me
the
though is like
problem.
even Tony, like, bro, they're still getting millions of likes. Like these dudes are still getting millions of likes, all from these 8-year-old kids. Like that's who's still liking the videos. Like
If I catch any
their
of you
likes
adults
didn't even
liking
change.
the
Their
Lopez
likes
Brothers
didn't even
videos,
change.
are you serious?
They don't even. They're not even less. Like
If let me say this to the podcast right now. If I catch any of y'all listen to this podcast supporting the Lopez brothers, you are getting blocked, blocked by me and Nick, because that's insanity. Like, I'm
Dude.
just really upset to hear that there are people that are using their platform for evil, using their platform to hook up with children. Like, that's just gross. Come on, guys. Like, we can do better. Essentially,
What's really weird is always like I don't know. To me, it's even more so like their age. Like once you're in your 20s, bro. What the freak, man? If you really want a younger girl, you can still go to 18. Like you can still go down
for
to
real.
18.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if
and
you,
then it's at least legal. Like you can.
yeah, at least stay in the legality.
But
Come
like
on.
to me too, it's like bro,
It's not that
you've
hard.
got 20 million plus followers. Like, how desperate are you for a 14-year-old, bro? You're telling me that there's no 18 plus girls out there that want you? Like that's
Honestly,
all it
maybe
says to
not.
me.
I'm just kidding.
That's embarrassing. But like,
No,
that
no,
just
there
means,
is,
like,
though. That's the
bro,
problem.
You got 20 million plus people following you, and what you chose to smash was an 18-year-old. Not just that, if you're dating Hannah Stocking, then she's at least of age and whatnot.
I think
and,
she
like,
was, yeah.
Another at least she's giving you clout. Like, what the frick?
Well-
Bro, take that clout. I mean, come on now. Like, think smart here about your business and stuff. Like, my
Not
dude-
just that, but like, he had someone who was, she's cute, she's talented, you know, and she clearly liked him, and they had all these videos together or whatever, and she posted, I felt bad for her, because she posted a picture on her story, and
Well, I feel bad
she was
for her, but-
crying, she was crying on the picture, and then she just put a picture crying, and I was like, aw, like, I would cry too if my boyfriend cheated on me with a 14-year-old.
Okay, that's not only embarrassing, but it's also like I would just feel like, dang, bro, I'm of age, I got clout, I'm better looking, and you chose a 14-year-old. Like,
Well, it says way more about him. You know, it says nothing about her. It just says everything about the fact that Andreas is.
well,
stupid.
that would make me feel pretty low too, because I'd be like, dang, like, what the frick? Guess like it doesn't matter like what I have. Like,
Yeah.
clearly, what you're seeking is illegal, and I can't
Illegal.
provide. So
It's gross. So,
You think they're gonna go to jail?
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that. There's a video that I saw online of, I think it was the mother of the girl he cheated on Hannah with. The mother was on the phone with Andrea saying, "You know you can go to jail for this, right?" So we'll see what happens. So I was reading the comments and people are saying, well, like, why aren't they both in jail? Like, this is illegal.
I've been one, but like, here's what I feel.
So
like.
we'll see what happens.
Because I feel like it always comes down to like, bro, like, some of these people with these big platforms, somehow they always manage to get out of jail.
That's the problem. Is
Like,
we're wondering why they're not in jail as of right now. Like, why are they not sitting in a jail right now? That's my problem, and that's what the people in the comments were saying was they're going to get the best lawyers. They're going to afford to somehow make it to where they don't.
That's true.
And you know what? It's so messed up that famous people or rich people or even white people can get out of going to jail whenever they should be in jail. Like, this is, it just like makes it really bothers me so much because I'm like, you guys need to be in jail. So like, I'm sorry, I'm over it.
I think they
I'm over it.
Should be.
No, they really need to be in jail. I'm sick of it.
Especially with like Tony, like there being like multiple, like there's been like multiple cases. Like, bro, there's no hiding it. It's not like you just made like a quick little accident. See, I don't know. That joke's wild.
Gross. It's absolutely gross.
Especially if they literally said their age. Bro, and I guess the girl was drunk, right? They like let her
not
drink.
sure.
I heard she was drunk in the Hype House, and then Andreas took her up to her room.
What?
Like she was drinking at 14. Like they literally gave her alcohol.
Even better. So
Bro.
he essentially took advantage of a 14-year-old girl.
Bro, like
because you're a child when you're 14. I'm sorry, you're still a kid.
You're still pretty young.
You can be taken advantage of extremely easily. You're gonna listen to a famous guy with 30 million followers when he tells you he wants to take you to the room. And that's the problem. Is like when you're 14 years old, you're not thinking the same way.
No.
You know, and gosh, that makes me really upset. But it is what it is. So I'm glad that I guess the mom found out or whoever and they made it public. I'm really glad because these types of things need to be made public. When you have a platform like that, you have to take accountability. And when you're doing something directly illegal
I haven't even
like
seen
that,
him make a video. He hasn't said anything. Everybody on his comments was like, "All right, he's gonna disappear now."
his Instagram bio says the chosen one. I was like, what are you chosen for? Jail?
Chosen one for jail.
You're chosen for jail?
Yikes.
Because when I read that this morning, I was like, why does his Instagram bio say the chosen one? Like, what does that even...
Bro, I always knew these brothers were like they
you're
were just cocky.
What?
For
Who
no reason,
puts
too.
that on their Instagram bio? Like, the chosen one?
You see Tony? I saw Tony, like, because I went to Andreas' page. after
I'm
this
chosen!
happened. I looked in the comments, and I saw Tony commented, and he was like, where's all the Lopez brothers, like, family? Or he said something like, where's all my Lopez brothers lovers or whatever? And I'm like, dude, why are you still
Not here.
Like, but, like, it blows my mind that they're still getting freaking millions of likes. Like,
Well, I just hope that TikTok bans them. This is where I hope TikTok comes in and says, we don't want these types of creators on our platform. And honestly, I think at some point, I do think that TikTok, Instagram, like those types of things should come in and say that. I wish that they would. No, they're not going to, but I wish they would because who wants pedophiles having 30 million followers knowing that they're like half their followers are under 18?
What TikTok does is literally what they did with Gemini. Anytime you started making videos about him, they got taken down.
Who?
Gemini Official. He's my age. He was one of my friends on TikTok.
Wait, I've never heard of him.
Gemini Official?
Yeah.
He's a comedy creator. He had like a few million followers. He's like
what
3+
happened to him?
million. He like put his weenie in like a 13-year-old or something, or like a 14-year-old. Yeah, or she was 15. Some 13, 14, or 15. All I know is she was definitely underage. And he okay, there was a whole scandal with him and this girl named like Ruby the Turd or something like that. The Awesome Turd, I think was her name, Ruby the Awesome Turd. And she was basically calling him a pedophile, saying he was trying to get with me and sleep with me. So she tried exposing him, right?
And nobody believed her, right?
Dude, it backfired. Even I didn't believe her because here's why.
That's always happens to the girls.
No, but here's why.
Yeah.
Because she was like, I think she was 17. She was
Yeah.
16 or 17. Like they were talking, like she was trying to show like text or something. It literally just looked like he was being nice. Like, it actually just generally looked like he was just being a nice person. Mm-hmm. And she was saying stuff, and he was like, no, you're cute. Like, he was, like, being, like, nice. Like, I get it. That could be kind of weird because he's, like, 24, 25, saying, like, you're cute to, like, a 16. But it wasn't coming across in a way that looked, at least, like he was trying to do anything. So she's trying to expose him, right? She got so much hate, lost so many followers, all this stuff. Everybody was making videos about it. No, like, wait. About 2 months later then, or a month or so later, this other girl came out. Then another girl, a couple girls came out. And then they were able to prove. And then
It always just takes
he's
one
the reason
girl.
He screwed himself. He admitted to it. Like on like he was like made a video or something where he was literally saying like, yeah, I did, and we had sexual intercourse or whatever, and she was 15 or something like that. And like he literally just like threw himself onto the bus. He got his whole account ended up finally getting banned or whatever.
At least he didn't lie about it like some stupid video.
Yeah, he didn't lie. He
But
at least
still,
took account
that's
of it.
you can't. There's no excuse for that. If you
No.
do it, you're done.
But he just tried like apologizing for it, and then like he just kept making content like nothing ever happened. And so his comments
were probably
awful.
insane.
Anyways, anytime anybody made a video on him trying to say like, bro, this guy's a pedophile, blah 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 blah, TikTok would take it down, or they'd remove it, shadow ban, harassment, and bullying. They'd like, we're doing this whole thing when literally we were like, how is it harassment? Like he said it himself.
Right.
Like it doesn't even. So TikTok's always been just like weird about that stuff, and like with their new terms and conditions too, like it's even worse, man. Like you can't. I can barely breathe in my videos without getting them taken down. Like if I breathe a certain way, they'll be like, "Oh,
Yet
really?
they keep the
Racist
Lopez's
or
brothers
something." I'm
accounts.
like, what?
They need to delete the Lopez's brothers accounts and make sure that they can no longer post for 8-year-olds to
Well,
see.
they did. They deleted.
disgusting.
Well, not them, but they deleted Gemini's. Eventually.
Well, I hope that they delete the Lopez brothers. I hope that like once it's all official and they go to jail and all this stuff, I really hope that TikTok will take away their platform
Yeah.
entirely so that they basically can't find as many 8-year-olds at this point.
Well,
'Cause
that's what ended up
disgusting.
happening. Literally, Gemini got wiped off the face of the earth. Like he's like banned from like everything. Like that dude, he was big like 5 or 6 months ago. Like you can't find him anywhere. Everybody still remembers his name because of what he did.
Remember that was
But-
like what's his name? Paul Zimmer. You remember Paul
Oh
Zimmer?
my gosh!
And he came
bro.
back as his real name on TikTok.
He
I
did
saw
now?
him on my for you page the other
Okay,
day.
because he made.
I think his
fake
name
account.
is Troy.
Yeah, no, that's not his real name. See, that's his fake account. He literally, this dude was scamming children and like for years, and I had been calling it on Musical.ly. It was before it turned into TikTok. So if you guys didn't know this, the app TikTok used to be the app Musical.ly. This dude was live streaming. I'm not even joking when I say this. Okay, I was a live streamer, right? So I knew how much live streamers made. I could tell you how much this dude was making. He was making
So much money.
I can't even make this up.
I remember, yeah.
Like a minimum of like $5,000 every day. Like this dude was balling. He was.
They were like
and
taking their parents'
like.
credit
Here's the thing:
cards.
on Musical.ly, you couldn't even cash out. You could only cash out a maximum of $1,000 a day. This dude was making like so much more than all of us other streamers. Like I'd make like a couple hundred a day, or sometimes I had good days where maybe if I'm lucky I'd get like 1,000. Like I'd have to have like a really good day, right? This dude was making at least 5 to 10 times the amount of the rest of us, and he's doing nothing. He's taking off his shirt in all of his videos, just being he's just an F boy. And then, basically people started finally exposing him, and I was like, oh, I'm so here for this, because this dude was lying, bro. He'd be like, send me a drama queen for a follow. I'd watch his live streams. It was the most manipulative thing I've ever seen in my life. Kids would send him, so these like little 7-8-year-old kids that were like obsessed with this 20-year-old shirtless dude, who literally looked like a Barbie doll. Like he was so like,
yeah. He was definitely taking advantage of children.
oh yeah. So he'd be like, send me this, and then they'd send him like a bunch of drama queens, right? I'd watch this dude make like $50 in literally a matter of like 2 seconds, and I'm like, geez Louise, bro, what is going on right now? These kids would send it, and then he'd go, just one more time, one more.
Oh my
They'd send him another one.
gosh,
He'd
no.
go, one more. He just keeps doing that. I've watched people send him 50 drama queens and not even get a follow, not anything. I'm talking, I've watched kids send him in one stream, like one person would send him at least $1,000
Shut up.
just by themselves.
That's so scammy.
So scammy. And what blew my mind is like how many little kids were falling for this, and like they just never got smarter. Like it was every stream it would just re-happen. And so what he'd do too is he'd follow them, and then he'd unfollow them right after the stream. So he literally stayed at 20. He was following 20 people, and somehow nobody could get it in their skull. How is this dude getting like 150 drama queens every day?
So
He should
sad.
be, his followers should be going up like crazy every day after every single stream, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Not just that, like he'd be like, I'll give you a duet. You go look at his page. This man has not one duet to be seen anywhere.
Oh, so he was
where
like
are you-
straight up lying.
Straight up lying.
That's so messed
So
up.
finally, all the big creators and us that were older were like, what the frick? How are these kids so stupid taking their parents' credit cards and doing this? Anyways, So they did this whole thing like ban Paul Zimmer. Eventually he got banned, but then he came back like a year later because he got cut from all of his stuff. Now keep in mind, this dude made so much money in this like 2-year period that he was doing this. I don't even think he was able to cash out all the money he had because you could only cash out $1,000 a day. This dude was making literally like 100,000. Like he was probably making over $1 million a year live streaming, and he couldn't even cash out but like a quarter of it.
That's insane.
Which was just mind blowing to me. I was like, bro, pass him my way. Anyways, so he probably made just a ton of money, and then he just kind of like disappeared. Him and his girl Jamie or whatever, that girl Jamie. So he disappeared. This dude comes back, changes his name to Troy, and acts like a completely different person, like nobody would ever know. And I'm looking at this going, these two people are the exact.
He
like,
made
they're
a video
clones.
exposing himself. Like he made a video saying, "Do you remember Paul Zimmer? That was a fake name. I'm actually Troy." And like it was the weird. It showed up on my For You page, and I was like, "What, Nick? I'll have to show you. I can't believe I forgot to tell you this. It was like months ago."
I'm dead because like here's the thing. Okay, and I do believe him as far as like the aspect of like I'm pretty sure
He
Paul
said
Zimmer
sorry.
is a fake name.
I want to even say the
but-
video. He was like, "I'm really sorry if I did anything. I was young, stupid, immature." He's like, "I've taken the last 2 or 3 years off the internet to mature," or whatever he said. And he's like, "I'm a different person."
No,
and I hope
this
you
man
guys
just
believe
wants
that.
his money. Here's what happened. His money ran out, so now he's looking for
That's what I think. He no longer
because,
can
like,
live.
I mean, he probably made in those 2-year period. He was probably able to cash out with sponsors too and everything. He probably cashed in at least $1 million. So this dude's probably off the past few years. He's probably just been living off of it and whatnot. And now he realized, frick.
He's like, my
I can't have all
account's
my
getting
nep-
low.
Yeah, account's getting a little low. Let me make a new account. Because I remember seeing that Troy account. And me and a bunch of other people started exposing it because I was like, dude, you literally, like, don't tell me these aren't the same person. And, like, you'd see his comment section, and he wouldn't even address it ever.
That's so weird.
Like, he was on Instagram, like, posting these pictures, like, pretending like he's an actor. He was like, my name's Troy, and I'm an actor from, like, Kentucky or something. I'm like, bro, what the frick? You live in L.A., and you scam children.
From
We all
Kentucky.
remember who you are.
I'm
Don't-
Troy from Kentucky. I'm
Yeah.
not Paul from LA.
He changed his hair color from, like, blonde to black and acted like nobody would notice. I'm like, dude, your face is still as perfect as it was before, like, all that makeup.
And
you're
my
wearing.
friend Jack, you know Jack Jerry? My friend Jack.
Okay, that
No,
is
he
another, like,
no, he looks
yeah.
he looks like
Sketchy.
Paul Zimmer.
Sketchy.
And so he always is like, "Oh my god, people think I'm Paul Zimmer." He's actually a super nice guy, like really cool, really nice. But he so people will mistake him for Paul and they'll be like, "Aren't you Paul Zimmer?" And he's like, "No!"
Dude,
like I would
isn't
never
he the guy
see
who
him
blew
kids.
up on Like?
Jack? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think he does have a like, but I've hung out with him a few times. Like he's actually really cool in real life. Like super cool.
He is?
Yeah, like we talk sometimes. He's really cool. So Jack, if
Yeah,
you're
he
listening to this, you're cool. But people mistake him for
He
Paul
does
Zimmer.
kind of look like Paul Zimmer.
And that's the problem is like people mistake him for Paul Zimmer, and he's like, "I'm not Paul."
I think I already know who you're talking about because I remember.
I think
seeing
this
him on
happened
Like,
more like years
whenever
ago.
Like was like, "Yo, come over to my app."
Yeah,
And then I
yeah.
did for like a hot minute, and then I was like, "This is trash."
They
You
never
know-
they like still owe me money.
really?
Yeah, no, they owed me because they told me they were gonna pay
Oh, you know
me
who
for,
owes
like,
me money? Oh, let's talk about it. Zen app. Zen app. If you're watching this right now, you freaking suck. Nobody ever.
Wait, what
signed
did they
up for
do?
Zen
What
app.
did they do to you?
Dude, they literally owed me like they owe me 4 digits.
Did you like do ads for them or something?
No, like they
Sponsored?
literally paid me to just
Post
go
videos?
over and post some videos, and I did, and they did it in the
Aw.
scammiest way. They had this agency that they were working with. Oh man, I'm still low key kind of pissed about this because like I did the work for it, and I didn't get paid a cent because
Dude, you should get
Here's-
like a
well,
small
here's what they did.
small
they
claims lawyer. Or
they
something.
no, it's because here's how they got away with this, and they did it to a bunch of other creators too. They said they were going to pay us, right? They asked us for a PayPal, so we gave them our PayPal. Then what they kept saying is you'll be paid for a 30-day period. You'll get paid in 30. Like they kept saying like this thing, and none of us knew what the frick they were talking about. What they were saying is they're gonna put it into your Zen account in a special folder inside of the app, and if you don't access it for 30 days, you lose all the money. So basically it was in this special folder that they put inside of the app, like in like a wallet or whatever, but they never told any of us that's where you get the money. They kept saying we're going to pay you through the app, like the app is going to pay you. But what they failed to say is go into your app and you have to go to your wallet
It's so
and grab the
scammy.
money.
They
so
do weird
the
stuff
way
like
that they
that.
were wording it made all of us think, and why are you asking me for my PayPal? What the frick does that have to do with anything if you're not going to pay me to my PayPal? Like that made no sense. So instead of sending the money to my PayPal, They put it inside the app. All that they could have told me is, hey, you're going to get the money inside of the app. You have to go grab it and send it to your PayPal. I would have said, okay, fine. I don't care. That's like an extra 20 seconds of my day. Whatever.
I love that we're doing this podcast because now we can expose these apps.
I know. Like, dude, this
and
app
like,
was so
if you're
scammy.
listening to this, I'm just gonna keep exposing stuff like this.
I kept reaching out to them and the agency is like, we're not involved with them. Blah blah blah. Like this is not. We know a bunch of other creators didn't get paid and we're really sorry about it. Blah blah. But that's not our fault. And I'm like, somebody still owes me money. Like, I don't understand. Like, why does this keep happening?
That's so messed up. And like, honestly, it happens all the time. People don't realize like these apps or like these companies that reach out to us, like we'll do the work and then they'll be like, oh, sorry, we can't pay you, or like what. So I started like being way more strict about stuff like that because I've had stuff like that happen to me too. Yeah. People will do stuff like that and then they won't pay. So now I just like up my rates or like whatever. So I'm like, or like, you got to pay me first, you know, like whatever.
Yeah.
I've been like way more strict on this stuff and just have worked with way less companies and apps over the last year because I'm just sick of dealing with them not paying.
Here's what I don't understand. So you're telling me I only had a 30-day period to get paid too? Like, that's so weird.
That's what I'm saying. Is
like
they do these
work,
scammy things and they're like in the fine print and I'm like, but you took up 10 hours of my time for me to make your ad and for me to do your stuff, and then you don't want to pay me. Like, you just wasted my whole day.
Dude, you want to know a funny one? I won't say their name, but they literally reached out to me yesterday. I won't say their name because I don't have any problems with them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I just wanted to laugh my freaking butt off.
Why?
Okay, so they tried to scam me. So
was it an app?
No,
a company?
But no, it's a company, and they were with a bunch of people on TikTok, and you guys have all probably seen their ads, and I'm not going to say their name. They offered me, like, a laughable amount of money because they kept saying, like, it was going to be this, and then I told them, hey, I'll do it for, like, my second account or whatever because they just weren't offering enough.
Yeah.
Come to find out, basically, they were trying to pay me, like, it was, like, $220 for, like, 10 videos. They kept saying $220, so I said, okay, sure, I'll do $220 per video on my second account. This company, I'm not saying who it was. And basically, they gave me the contract, right? I literally sent an email like freaking a few times, so the total would be $2,200, considering that's 10 videos, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so the total would be $2,200. They were like, yeah. They kept sending me the contract, and I'm like, can you update the contract to say that? Can you update it to say that? Right. Because right now all it says is I'm doing 10 videos for $220. Finally, after I called them out on it like 2 or 3 times over emails, then finally this company was like, oh yeah, no, I don't know what you mean by that. All you'd be getting paid is just $220 for the 10 videos. And I'm like,
did you not
accept that?
What?
I also just want to be like, bro, like we're talking right now about like, what is that? Like $12 a video or something? Like, I mean,
we could like make that on our sleep. Like, I would never.
I'm like, I make more than that from the creator funds, and the creator fund's ridiculous. So like,
you make more than that by sleeping.
I'm like, what am I?
That's
I'm literally
so
sitting here
annoying.
like, what am I going to benefit? Like, how am I going to benefit by giving you a bunch of views, and I make like $12 a video? I mean, I have to sit here and make a whole ad for you guys 10 times. 10 times, like that's a freaking lot.
I'm so excited we're doing this podcast. We just have so much more to talk about with all that stuff. There's so many companies and apps and stuff like that that really screw creators.
I want to put this out there though. It's not the fact that they're trying to pay me low. I hate the scammy part of it. I hate when companies like here's the thing.
Oh, for me it's both.
If a company is,
I'm not wasting my time.
I sometimes am like really like.
You better pay me a good amount.
It is kind of like sometimes when people come to me, I'll admit like it can be like really, what. Like, but at the same time, like, I respect the grind. Like, I respect, and clearly whatever this company is doing is working because they've gotten a whole bunch of other people, but I'm really saddened by the amount of people that they've gotten because I think that they're just like me, and they think they're getting paid this certain amount, and they signed a contract for X amount of money, and then they're going to get screwed by the end of it, and they're going to go, wait, I thought you were saying it was this much per video. But come to find out it was, dude, so what they were trying to pay me for my main account? They were trying to pay me 10. I was going to do 10 videos for $400.
That's insane.
And it was supposed to be $4,000, and I didn't accept it.
Yeah. Holy crap.
So imagine if I would have signed that junk. Oh my God. I would have been like, I have been scammed out of my mind. Now, what you guys need to understand is, you know, like, I mean, generally, like, based on your recent views and whatnot, like especially like I have 2.8 million followers. Like, I mean, let's just get realistic. Do you think it should be $40 a video, like for 2.8 million followers? Like that just, you know, that math doesn't really check out. So it's not like we're just trying to be like super like, oh, we deserve all this money and blah blah blah, but like at the same time, like realistically, like what I'm giving you in doing an ad is a lot of exposure.
Oh,
so
yeah, for sure.
and I don't post a whole lot on my main account anymore, so like when I do ads, like they'll get even more views because like I get a lot more viral videos on my main stuff. So even if the ad doesn't get a lot of views, it will, based on my other videos getting so many millions of views and whatnot, just drives so much traction on my page. So that's where I'm like, bro, like you're gonna give me $40, like that's not fair. But not just that, I'm like, I can accept one other sponsorship that'll pay 10 times the amount of what you're trying to pay right now for one video. So what
basically,
are you doing?
if you're a creator and you're listening to this, don't let them.
Please stop.
Don't let them scam you, because I've seen it happen to
Holy.
so many. At least every creator I know has a story of being scammed or like doing something.
We
like
all
that.
have. We all have, especially if you've been in the game for like a while. So you know, I mean, and it happens.
But any kind of
and whatnot,
creator,
but
like even just doesn't matter.
Here's what saddens me when I see kids.
Not just on TikTok, like Instagram, digital art, everything.
Yeah, and if you're under the age of 18, I understand you don't have many bills. Sorry to burp. You don't have bills really. So if a company comes to you with $100, but you're averaging like millions of views or hundreds of thousands of views, don't take that. Like, do not settle for that. Just because, look, here's the thing. When you start settling for that too, it screws over every other creator, because it's just like you, and it screws over you, dude. Like, you can be charging so much more than that, because like you're worth a lot more than, like, your video is worth a lot more than that. Like, you giving a shout out to a company can be worth a lot. Like, even just because the company doesn't make a whole lot right there, and they'll try and argue with you about X, Y, and Z reasons of blah blah blah, or your recent video only has this. And then you have to go, well, I just posted that 20 minutes ago. Like, what the frick? Like,
yeah, no, they'll try and take advantage. So just don't let them.
Don't let them take advantage.
Screenshot your analytics and be done with it. Don't let them do anything else. Just be like, this is my
and
analytics.
look, here's the thing: you're gonna get some. You're not gonna get some.
Yeah.
But then you'll get one that's like worth, you know, 5 of your.
And I've worked with some really good companies too. So not every company's like that.
Oh no, not at all. In fact, actually, majority of the companies are really respectful and really good. Like 98% of companies that have reached out to me, at least they are very respectful. They can carry a good conversation, and they know how to, like, you know, negotiate professionally and properly, and everything is great. And they'll pay on time and everything. There's just
pay on time.
2% of these companies are just sketchy.
So we've talked about a lot of good stuff today. So we hope if you're listening, you enjoyed it. Very interesting topics today. Please reach out to Nick and I at Not Related Podcast on TikTok, Instagram, and you can search us on YouTube if you want to watch the episode. If you're listening and you want to watch it, you can watch it on YouTube. And also you can reach out to Nick and I directly. My username on everything is at Alex Princess with 3 X's and 3 S's. And Nick's is at It's Me Nick Smithy on everything. So thank you guys so much for listening. We really appreciate your support. And we're having a great time doing this. So stay tuned for more episodes. If you haven't already, click subscribe. Please subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube. So we're around. We love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.